everyone, my name is Linda and I'm from the Timberland Library. I'm glad you're with us today, and we are going to be talking about mazes, and we're actually going to make a maze too. So what exactly is a maze? Well, a maze is a puzzle that you try to get from beginning to end to, and it has twists and turns along the way to try and fool you. So here is a puzzle that I printed out from the internet, and we are trying to help the little chickie find its way to its mama. So on this one, we'd start here, and we can either go this way or this way. I'm going to choose this way, and oops, I come to this little wall here. So I have to go back, retrace my steps, and choose the other way, and keep going around and around and around. Oops, again, I ran into the wall. So I have to go back, there we go, and finally, there's the chicken mama. So if you're doing mazes on a piece of paper, you might want to use a crayon or a pencil to trace your way. It kind of helps to see where you're going. Did you know that there are also mazes outdoors? Here's one that you can see. It's made up of bushes, and look at those people. They're so small compared to the bushes. That's because the bushes are so big. That looks like a fun one to try. And this one up here, we're looking at it from the air, and that's a really big maze. It'd take me quite a while to find the right path through to the center, I think. Growing an outdoor maze takes years and years and years, and we don't have time for that today, do we? So today we're going to use a couple of simple things. We're going to use a pan, some salt, and some straws to make our own maze. And this is a fun maze because you can change it within seconds. You don't have to wait years for it to grow. So just a note for adults, salt is very inexpensive if you get the store brand. These were, I think, 99 cents each. I don't know that we're going to use this much salt. I haven't actually poured the salt in yet, so we'll get a better idea of how much we need when we do that. Of course, it doesn't have to be a glass pan. It can be anything that you have. And I've pre-cut straws into a couple of different lengths. And over here I have some different sizes too. And this is a good opportunity to talk with the kiddos about length, small, medium, long, longest, to help them acquire that vocabulary. So let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is start pouring salt in here. Here we go. Okay, that's one tub of salt. You could do it with this, but I think I can put one more container in just for fun. It did take a little bit of time to pour the salt, but I liked doing it. And I bet you kids will like doing it too. Here we go, pouring again. I can feel the container getting lighter and lighter. That's how I know it's almost ready. And when the salt starts coming out more slowly, or with less of it coming out, I know we're almost done. I would say if you're using a 9x13 pan, adults, then 2 containers of salt is plenty. So I'm just gonna set that aside. Okay, now we're gonna get started. I am going to start, I think, kind of simply, so we can just get an idea. I'm gonna put some pieces of straw down. These are like about half of a straw, but that doesn't really matter what the length is. Let's see, one more. And then we're going to trace our finger through the maze. Okay, let's get started with the maze. It's a little bit harder, and you can just use your imagination here. It does not matter what way that you place the straws, as long as we have a little path that we can move through. So I'm just going to start kind of experimenting. And we can use the edges of the pan or part of the pathway, the other side of the pathway. It kind of acts as another straw. So you can do that. Alrighty, and you could even make things on an angle. Let's see here. I really don't have a big plan in mind, so this is just like you, right? Just kind of figuring it out, just playing and see what we can do. I think I'm going to try and be sneaky and have a dead end. So I'm going to do that. Maybe one more set of straws. And I'm finding that using the little bit smaller pieces gives me a little bit more flexibility, a few more choices when I'm placing down the straws. The great thing is if you mess up and you find that you forgot to leave a path, you can just go right back and switch it around. That doesn't matter a bit. So, okay, there we go. Ta-da! I wonder what your maze looks like. And like I said, everyone can be different and they can have lots of different possibilities. So I'm going to go ahead and put my finger through the maze so you can see my path through here. Okay, you see that I have some finger marks in there, and that's just from making the maze. That's okay. On my maze, I'm going to start way up here and go around. And because I know there are dead ends, I'm going to try that. Oops, ran into a dead end. Okay, got to come back out. Here we are. We could go this way or we could go that way, but we see that this way is another dead end. So we are going to go this way, around and around. Yay! We got to the end. So lots of different things to do with a pan of salt, some straws, and your imagination. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye.